Normal and casual difficulties, not like easy or hard mode, will be a better idea and prepare us for the torment what awaits us. Having a friend named Kyle.
Hello user. Welcome to the renewed and redesigned Fazbear attraction. Here, you will experience all the creepy stories made by lunatic haters of Fazbear.
Lunatic haters? Who would hate a restaurant with creepy huge animatronics?
May experience things such as fear, panic, injuries, extreme sweating, epilepsy, fainting, heart attacks, and their variations.
I'm alright with fear, panic, and extreme sweating, but injuries? This escape room would not be open a minute if you could have injuries. Later we see in the ending that this is just a trap for Glitch Trap to escape, but the police or government will shut down the place in seconds if you could suffer injuries.
Join us right now for a price of only $14.99.
Do you need money and my body too? Sliding TV from the ceiling. There are some serious red flags for health and safety from the back. Freddy, Bunny, Chica, and Foxy. 4 hit points just for how utterly huge and terrifying they are in front of you. These hit points just for make me jump because the confetti cannon. Worst flashlight ever. Seriously, you made me pay to crawl through a vent. The very first room is the FNAF 4 location. What we all know that this is a dream. Or at least it's happening in a comatose mind of the crying child. So here is my question. How did the lunatic haters know what's happening in a comatose child's mind? If this, at least in the beginning, an escape room experience to avoid the feds, how do you make a spaghetti robot that can catch you if you don't wear the golden Freddy suit? Also, what happens if the animatronics catch you? The room ends and you just leave? Or they really catch you and stuff an endoskeleton inside you? I need answers. Also, I presume I'm done, so from this point I'm going to give a hit point every time I die. From now on, there's going to be trial and error until you can make it out of the room. This hit point just because you made me figure out every puzzle, and even the puzzles change every single time you die. When the mini Nightmare Freddys appear, you need to point your flashlight on them to make them disappear, or else you hallucinate. How do you make a human hallucinate without special substance? During the whole game, every single room, I should look for this little red button, probably to open the real ending or some rewards. It's not enough that I need to fight for my life. I need to search for buttons and finding golden Freddy plushies to press their nose. You underestimate my laziness, devs. Death. Death. I'm not mad because I died again from Bunny suddenly appear from thin air and chase me down while I was supposed to escape. I'm mad because the super slow door. The next room is the worst against health and safety regulation. Just a little slip and the shelf with all the gadgets can fall right into you. Also murderous toy chica. This hit point is because you made me grab a paper and a pen to write down the sequence what I need to open the door. And I give 2 hit points every single time I need to write down something in my notebook. Not everybody have a great memory. In this room, Mangle is the most annoying threat. This AI is programmed to literally jump in front of you when you're running away. into the safety while escaping Chica, giving me false hope that I can hide after the door opens. Also, Mangle jumped literally on top of me. At this point, I lost every hope for a chill and nice playthrough. But programming the AI to be more aggressive as you process and find more cogs is just pure evil. Also, did I mention that after all of this, you need to focus on Freddy too, to crank him up? Yeah, 2 hit points. Death. Death, but the most hilarious death ever. Toy Chica punching you cold. Just a simple punch. Even after finishing the game, I don't know how this works. We see an endoskeleton, but Foxy's skin and fur glitching in and out. Do I hallucinate? Or maybe I'm a robot and I'm glitching, not Foxy? Also, delayed hilarious punch from Chica. Mangle literally waiting for you. Seriously. 2 hit point. Being chased by Chica and Mangle at the same time. Mangled by Mangle. Chica punch. Overcranking Freddy make him angry. Break the glass and come after you. The only problem is that he can see you only when his animation is finished and he's standing in his position. If you're behind him, you can live a happily ever after. Without food and without water. Mangled. Also mangled. Also mangled. Getting tired of Mangle. I want to remove a hit point because of this sound effect. Somehow it gives me the chills and spooky vibes, but in a good way. It reminds me the first time I heard it in FNAF 2. But also I give a hit point for giving me nostalgic vibe. Mangled from the ceiling. The next room is the FNAF 3 location with Springtrap. I assume this is going to be a little bit easy and they made the previous room harder on purpose, but oh boy, I was wrong in so many levels. Because I was still shocked how annoying was the previous room, I didn't process that I should not leave the room. So the next 3-4 minutes I was constantly jump scared by hallucinations. Crushed by Springtrap. At this point I started to assume that I would not survive this escape room. So here is the question again. Where are the feds? Avoiding Springtrap is really easy. You need to turn off the lights and hide under the desk. Literally in front of him. If you hide in the dark corner behind the arcade machine, he will see you. Yeah, it makes total sense. Also death. This is a hallucination. How? I know that you should listen some audio clues when Springtrap is coming to nibble on you, but putting the slowest, least reactive door is just annoying. Also that, again, get used to it. Finding the code was the easy part of this room, it just took me 30 minutes. Also death. 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 After you find the code, you get the coin, you have to play the arcade game. My problem is not the reading, the take away precious seconds is the fact that I had to play a minigame inside a game where I need to focus on everything. Also that. This. Freddy. You need to turn off the light. Hide under the table, the same side where he is, otherwise he sees you. It doesn't matter if you're just under the table, no, You need to hide under the table the same side as he is. Did I mention already the running? In this room, in the beginning, you need to run a lot, but later it's getting more annoying. The wobble. Who runs like this? Like a ragdoll being blown by a jet engine. Springtrap was clearly out of the room. No way he could see me, but I should patiently wait under the table until I hear no more footsteps. Also slushy footsteps. Also death. Frankenfred death. Franken death. Frankenfred. Breaking the fourth wall. Also foreshadowing the ending that Glitchtrap want to escape. Also nightmare fuel. Also, every single time I die, I start from this point now on, which make me rewatch this nightmare-inducing amalgamation of screaming Springtrap again and again and again. At this point I knew I need to be patient, and I was. But nothing indicates that I had to press the left side of the lock to unlock it. So I had to go back a lot of time because of this slight design error. Oh, and I save you some time and I add 10 hit points for all the death I had to endure in this following hour or so. At the end of this puzzle, the generators just explode. It's a nice audio effect if it will be a real escape room. The only problem that the designers went a little too far. They lit the room on fire. Actual fire. And again, hallucination. You decapitate Springtrap, but oh no, it's not actual Springtrap. It's a magical hallucination. I paid to repair your robot. Dead by Ballora. This panel is clearly a Star Wars Jedi Outcast ripoff with literally the same sound effects. This death, my perfect timing to let Ballora in. It's annoying, yes, it's my fault, yes, but I'm hit pointed anyway. Basically there is a big pointy arrow in the lower left of the monitor and a message to put the goddamn thing here. Did I read it? No. It was my fault? Yes. I died? Big yes. I give a hit point for this? You bet. And we start to hit point the fact that I have to write down the sequence. Also monitor watching. Also that. For my opinion, this was the easiest room. It's nothing else, just an assemble the baby game. You grab the parts, connect it to baby, solve the puzzle on the screen and avoid getting caught. Oh, and I only died just 7 times. Mini ballerinas. God damn mini terrifying ballerinas. If this is the part where the real escape room separate from the body abduction part, why we need to play more games? Do we find ourselves back to the main game, or this is just some kind of twisted game of William Afton and Vanny? Either way, we survive this. Rating. I remove a hit point because of this scare. This is what every single horror game should have. Something lurking after you constantly in the dark. Not a cheap jump scare, nothing jumping in your face, no loud noise, nothing. Just Vanny checking on you silently. Terrifying as fuck. The fact that we lost our flashlight before baby's assembly room didn't bother me. But the game replaced it with this. A rotary lamp. So rather using it because it's so annoying, I cranked up the brightness. Yes, I rather fidget with my monitor settings than using the most annoying flashlight ever. And another hit point just because you reminded me of my granddad who always had one of these at home. Also another hit point that the flashlight works on a solar panel. Also, you made me Google if flashlight actually works on solar panel, but it turns out yes, it works, if the flashlight generate enough light. And I highly doubt that this abomination make enough light to use it even as a night lamp. Do you remember when I said I have to write down sequence? Yeah, 12 plus hour in the game, I lost it completely and overcomplicated the most easiest task too. It's clearly my fault, but I give 1 hit point for every death plus 3 hit point to make me write down all 3 console color combination to remember it and find the correct fuse for all 3 fuse slots. At this point, everything was so confusing, I didn't know where we were. The game ditched you in the basement, where are no helping monitor. There is 2 puzzles to solve, and after it just drop you back up to the surface to the normal escape room part of the game. Again, minigame in the game, and I have to watch a monitor instead of being a scaredy cat and shiver in the corner. Nightmare Baby is a scary animatronics, I admit, but I wondered why I don't remember her in the first place. She's from another FNAF game called Baby's Nightmare Circus. It looks good, it looks promising, but I never heard of it because there is a bajillion fun game. Also that. Dead by Springtrap. Deja Vu. Nightmare Baby. Death. Explain me this. William Afton is still in Springtrap. We can see clearly his bones and remains. It means he's still conscious basically. Through the whole FNAF series, he was the most sentient animatronic ever. He still controls the suit. So tell me, how a weird white noise can repel him back to his chair? Before this death, I had no clue to watch for the motion detector's noise next to me in the room. There was no clue, and I heard way too late that Nightmare Freddy are in the vents. Also death. This puzzle ignores all physics. The paper pieces sliding all over the place. Like a wet penguin in a mirror clear ice. This is not how physics. This death on me because I panicked, but still, panic death. I really wanted to add a hit point because of the little adorable Freddy, but I need to remove one. He's just too cute. This. You use a garden shear to cut down a super thick chain, and it works. If you ever use one, you should know that these bastards can't even cut a little bigger branch, not to mention a chain. Clearly the developers saw the sunlight only from pictures. Reading. Lore reading. Loring? In this cutscene, we see Vanny help William. But how is there a William in the previous room? And the FNAF 4 room with intact bones and remains. And here too. There are multiple William Afton? After William attacked me, they just dumped me in a slide? This whole scene is the bite of 83 about the crying child to get stuffed in Freddy's mouth and bitten his frontal lobe down. So, if this game true to the original FNAF game and lore, what the heck is this little Fredbear toy doing here? We know that the Fredbear toy was stuffed with a walkie-talkie so William, his father, can talk to his son from a distance. Psychic friend Fredbear was never conscious in the first place. After all this, they show an endoskeleton being magically transformed into a human hand. I assume because I didn't push every button and knows I got the bad ending by being replaced. I am not the king of Five Nights at Freddy, so forget it that I go back and torture myself to get the true ending. Sending creepy messages at 9:15.